My name is Parker DeYoung. I work for the 309th EMXG at Hill Air Force Base, Utah, and I am a process engineer.
My name is Elena, and I am a budget analyst at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson in Alaska.
My name is Yasmin Rainyway. I work in the 408th Supply Chain Management Squadron, and I am an item manager.
My name is Heather Wormald. I work at Hanscom Air Force Base in Massachusetts. I'm a program manager in HBAB on the DRAPCON program.
My name is Sydney Onoago. I'm an IT specialist here at AFRMC DST, currently out of Joint Base San Antonio Lackland.
I valued all of the information that we were given. There was a lot of speakers that provided a lot of great information. I also enjoyed the tour that they gave. I thought it was really useful to see and get a hands-on feel of what's going on at the base that I was working on.
So I loved my experience as an intern at JBER, and one of my favorite aspects was getting to go to the symposium held at Hill Air Force Base. During the symposium, I was exposed to so many different leaders, both military and civilians, and I loved hearing just their career journeys and what they did and how they just made such an impact in the Air Force. And I loved hearing about the mission of the Air Force, the culture of the Air Force, and having no military background, it was really vital in my transition to federal civil service. I also got to meet so many incredible mentors and fellow interns as well.
I think for me, I came out feeling like in my own little way I could make a difference in the Air Force. I think I came out feeling like the perspective that I bring to the Air Force can make a difference, and I think for me that was huge, because you always want to be a part of something that is bigger than yourself, so to speak. So.
What I valued most was being able to hear from senior leaders and actually be able to sit with them, like at lunch and afterwards, ask them questions and hear about their experiences throughout all their years in the Air Force, because a lot of them have been here for 30 plus years. So they have so much knowledge and so much experience, and anything you can get at this point is wonderful.
What I value most about the symposium last year was the breakout sessions. It allowed for everyone to go to their respective locations and to get a more detailed, more details concerning which section we'll be working in. The most memorable thing I experienced during my internship was the traveling. It was actually my first time being on an airplane, so that was very exciting. And also, aside from that, after attending the symposium, we had free time, so we were able to do activities, and I was able to rock climb and do a lot of fun things while in Utah, so that was an awesome experience.
The most memorable experience I have of my internship was completing a project and seeing the work that I had done actually make a difference.
The most memorable thing I experienced during my internship would definitely have been getting to go to the different units on base and seeing their unique functions and how financial management is so vital in executing the mission of the Air Force. Any other job, you don't really have that as much, where you can see the activities behind all the numbers. And what I love about the Air Force is that there really is a story behind every dollar that I'm working with. And so I love just being able to talk to the people who are executing the mission day in and day out and seeing how I can make an impact in there as well. And so just going out and getting to meet the people who are doing the mission and seeing how I can make an impact was incredible, and it was definitely the most memorable.
The most memorable thing for me was all the networking and the friendships I made, because I love meeting new people and hearing about their lives. So meeting other interns from other bases and learning what their life is like there and what the atmosphere is like and what they do was very interesting to me.
I think my memorable thing was the networking. I got to meet a lot of people. I got to interact with different people, different organizations, and kind of get a feel of how the Air Force works and how the different organizations works into the overall mission of the Air Force. So for me, that's the biggest takeaway from it. I was exposed to a lot of people, a lot of organizations, and a lot of different things.
be true to yourself. You know, it's okay to ask for help. Leaders ask for help. And what I've learned is that you really do need your team, and our leaders need their teams. So you have to be the best you can be in every situation, and you know, just go into everything with a positive attitude and an open mind.
I think the biggest thing I learned is that you need to have an open mind and also have a lot of patience. You know, before my internship, I came from the private sector, and I was used to things being a lot faster. So I think with the Air Force, we do have a lot of processes in place for good reasons, but it will require a lot of patience, you know, knowing that nothing happens overnight, and kind of learn how the processes work.
So having no military background, I never realized what active duty military did day in and day out and the sacrifices that they made. And so being on base and working as a budget analyst, it opened my eyes to a whole nother world that I never knew existed. And I think learning about what everybody did was so incredible, and being able to be a part of that now is just so life-changing, and I love it.
I've learned while working at the Air Force that the wingman concept is effective and it is valued. Everyone works together well. There's a sense of teamwork and all-inclusiveness on base. There are people willing to help and assist in anything that you may want to do or need help doing.
I have learned that everyone's job is important, and that what we do has a far-reaching impact on not only the warfighter, but our communities and our country.
My advice would be to speak up, don't stay silent, and be confident of yourself. There is a reason that the Air Force chose you to be working at your job, and just be confident of that, that you bring a certain skill set to the table, and that you were hired for a reason, and not to forget that, and to bring your best to the job every day.
Lean on your mentors, try get mentors, you know, have mentorship, ask questions. Because the biggest thing for me was that coming from the outside, you bring a different perspective. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Be curious on how things work. And sometimes be surprised, just your level of curiosity could help, you know, spark some conversations about processes. And, you know, so for me that was huge, because you come from the outside and sometimes you ask a lot of questions. Why do we do this way? Why is this done this way? And it sparks conversations, and processes have been changed from that.
I would tell a new intern to watch and listen to everyone around them. They are surrounded by experienced people, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, whether it was someone that was prior enlisted or an officer, or if they were, you know, on the other side before. They all have experience that you can learn from, and whether they made mistakes or they were successful, you can learn from their experiences as well as your own.
One piece of advice I would give an intern is to find a mentor. Mentors are very helpful. They know things that you don't know. They are willing to help you, and they will help you advance and go as far as you want to go in whatever thing you decide to do.
The one piece of advice I would give to a new intern is to be a sponge and suck up all the information that you can, and really try hard to learn all of the new things that you're about to experience.